My beloved child, I see your heart and the questions you carry. In this message, I will reveal what I've been trying to show you. There are important truths I want you to understand, and if you stay with me until the end, I have something very special prepared just for you, a surprise that will bless your life in ways you can't imagine. If you truly love me, stay until the end and see what I have planned for you. I invite you to subscribe, like this video, and share it with others so they too can hear my message. Don't forget to activate the notification bell, as I have something new to speak into your life every single day. Join this family by becoming a member of the channel and together, we will grow closer. Leave a comment below to let me know what is on your heart. I am listening, and I want to hear from you, my precious child. Listen closely to these words, for they come straight from my heart. You are loved beyond measure. From the very moment I formed you, I have cherished you. There is nothing you have done, nothing you could ever do, that would change the depth of my love for you. My love is not like the love of the world. It does not waver, it does not diminish. It is steady, and it is pure. You see, my beloved, my love is not based on your actions or your accomplishments. It is not conditional on how good or perfect you are. I love you simply because you are mine. I crafted you with my own hands, and every part of you is known to me. I see the deepest parts of your soul, the parts you try to hide even from yourself, and I love you just the same. You are precious in my sight. Sometimes, my child, you may feel as though you are not worthy of this love. You may believe that because of your past mistakes or the ways you've fallen short, that I could never truly love you. But this is not the truth. I am not looking for perfection in you, because I am already perfect. My love for you is not something you have to earn. It is a gift I freely give, and I give it abundantly. When you stumble, I do not turn away from you. In fact, I draw nearer. When you are burdened with guilt and shame, I long to take that weight from your shoulders. You don't have to carry it alone. Come to me, and allow me to show you the grace that flows from my heart. In your darkest moments, when you feel unlovable, know that my love remains. It is in those moments that I hold you closest. I know this world can make you feel unworthy at times. It whispers lies, telling you that you are not enough, that you must achieve more, be more, or do more to be loved. But hear me clearly now. You are enough. You are enough because I am enough, and I have chosen to love you just as you are. Nothing this world says about you can change my love for you. Let go of those lies, my child, and hold on to my truth. There are times when you may stray, when you may wander far from my presence. Perhaps you felt distant from me, thinking that I could never welcome you back with open arms. But let me tell you, there is no distance too great for my love to reach. No matter how far you go, my love will always pursue you. I am like a shepherd who leaves the 99 to find the one that is lost. And when I find you, I rejoice with all of heaven. You are that precious to me, my beloved son, my beloved daughter. I have written my love for you across the skies and the seas. The mountains and the valleys proclaim it. Every sunrise and every sunset are reminders of my unchanging affection for you. Look around and see the beauty I have created, and know that if I care for the birds of the air and the flowers of the field, how much more do I care for you? You are the crown of my creation. I know you have felt pain. I know there are moments when you question whether I see you or hear you. In those moments, I want you to remember this. I have never left you, and I never will. My love is not absent when you feel lonely. My love does not fade when you walk through hardship. In fact, it is during those times that my love becomes even more powerful, more present. When you cannot feel my presence, trust that I am still holding you. Do you know how I show my love for you? Look to the cross. I gave my life so that you might live. I took upon myself the punishment for your sins, the weight of the world's brokenness, so that you would not have to carry it. That, my child, is how deep my love runs. I would give everything for you, and I did. There is no greater love than this. When you feel unworthy of love, remember that I deemed you worthy enough to die for. When you feel alone, remember that I am always with you, even to the end of the age. When you feel like you have nothing left to give, remember that I have already given you everything. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are loved. I want you to rest in this love, my precious child. Let it be a comfort to you in times of trouble, a balm to your soul when the world feels heavy. Let my love be the foundation on which you build your life, not the love of others, which can be fickle, but my love, which is eternal. Let it be the voice that speaks louder than the doubts, louder than the fears. Let it remind you that you are not defined by your past, your mistakes, or your failures. You are defined by my love for you, a love that never fails. So when the days feel long and your heart feels weary, come to me. Allow yourself to be embraced by the one who knows you completely and loves you still. You are my child, and nothing will ever change that. My love for you will never cease, will never waver, will never be taken away. You are mine, and I am yours. If these words of my unchanging love have touched your heart, leave in the comments. I am loved by God, and His love never fails. My beloved child, I see the desires of your heart, the longings you carry deep within. You have dreams, hopes, and prayers that you have lifted to me, waiting for answers, waiting for direction. I want you to know this. I hear every prayer. I see every tear. Nothing escapes my notice. But I ask you now to trust in my timing, for my ways are higher than yours, and my plans for you are filled with purpose. You often wonder why certain things take longer than you had hoped, why the answers to your prayers seem delayed, or why some doors remain closed. It can be hard to wait, I know. You feel the weight of the unknown, the pressure of time, and sometimes even the fear that I have forgotten you. But, my child, I have not forgotten you. I never will. My timing is perfect, even when it doesn't align with your plans. Trust that I am working behind the scenes in ways you cannot see. I am preparing things for you, moving hearts, aligning circumstances, and shaping the world around you so that when the time is right, everything will fall into place. You may not understand it now, but one day you will look back and see how every delay, every closed door, and every moment of waiting was part of my greater plan for you. I know how much you want certain things to happen right now. I know the urgency you feel, but remember this, my beloved. I see the whole picture. You see just a part of it. I know what is best for you, not just for today, but for all your tomorrows. I am not just concerned with giving you what you want now. I am focused on what is good for your future, for your heart, and for your soul. Sometimes, what seems like a delay is actually my protection. You may want something so deeply, and yet, if I were to give it to you too soon, it might not bring the blessing you expect. There are times when you are not yet ready for the gifts I long to give you, and there are times when the things you desire are not meant for you because I have something far greater in store. Trust me, my child, when I say that no good thing do I withhold from those who walk uprightly. If it is for your good, in my perfect time I will bring it to pass. I ask you to rest in my promise that I am working all things together for your good. The waiting is not wasted time. It is time where I am refining you, shaping your character, and deepening your trust in me. It is in the waiting that your faith grows stronger, your dependence on me becomes greater, and your understanding of my love deepens. I use these seasons of waiting to draw you closer to me, to remind you that I am your ultimate source of hope and strength. My timing may not always be what you expect, but it is always what is best. Do not let impatience steal your peace. Do not let doubt creep into your heart. When you feel the temptation to take matters into your own hands, pause and remember my faithfulness. I have never failed you, and I never will. I have led you this far, and I will continue to lead you as you trust in me. You may be asking, "How long, Lord? How long must I wait?" I understand that the waiting can feel heavy, like an endless journey with no clear end in sight. But know this, I am not slow in keeping my promises. I am simply working according to a timeline that is perfect for you. Every moment of waiting has a purpose, even when you can't see it. I am using it to prepare you for the next season, to equip you with what you need to step into the plans I have for you. In this time of waiting, I want you to lean into me. Seek me not just for answers, but for my presence. Let me be your peace, your comfort, and your joy, even in the midst of uncertainty. The world may tell you that you need to hurry, that you need to have it all figured out right now, but my voice calls you to rest in the assurance that I am in control. You don't need to rush. You don't need to force things to happen. Trust that my timing is good, and I will bring everything to pass in the perfect way. My precious child, there are blessings in the waiting. There are lessons to be learned and beauty to be found in the process. Do not be so focused on the destination that you miss the journey I am leading you through. Every step you take with me, even in the waiting, is a step of growth and trust. I am shaping you into the person I created you to be, and that takes time. Trust that I am not only preparing the blessings for you, but I am also preparing you for the blessings, and when the time comes, when my perfect timing aligns with the desires of your heart, you will see my faithfulness in a way that will leave you in awe. You will see how every moment of waiting was worth it. You will see how I have been working all along, even when you couldn't perceive it. You will see that my timing is always perfect. So, my beloved child, release your worries and your fears into my hands. I hold your future, and I am trustworthy. Trust in my timing, for I know what is best for you. Rest in the assurance that I am with you in every moment, guiding you, loving you, and preparing you for the incredible plans I have for your life. If these words of trusting in my perfect timing spoke to your heart, write in the comments, "I trust in your timing, Lord, for you know what is best." My precious child, I see the fear that sometimes grips your heart. I see the moments when you are overwhelmed by the weight of your worries, the uncertainty of tomorrow, and the challenges you face. Fear can be a heavy burden to carry, and I know it feels like a shadow that follows you wherever you go. But hear my voice today, my beloved. Do not fear, for I am with you always. I know how fear can rise up in your heart when the world feels unstable, when things don't go as planned, or when the unknown looms large. But remember this: I am the one who created the heavens and the earth. I am the one who holds all things together. There is nothing that escapes my sight, nothing that is beyond my control. I know the number of hairs on your head, and I know the deepest desires of your heart. I am the God of the universe, and I am the one who walks beside you. You are not alone in your fears. I am with you in every moment, even when you cannot feel my presence. When you feel isolated, when fear whispers that no one understands, remember that I am here. I am the one who promised never to leave you nor forsake you. My love for you is greater than your greatest fear, and my presence is your shield in the midst of every storm. My beloved, do not let fear steal your peace. I understand that there are real concerns in your life, things that feel out of your control, situations that seem impossible, but I want you to trust me in the midst of it all. Do you remember when I calmed the storm with just a word? The wind and the waves obeyed my command, and in that moment, peace was restored. The same voice that calmed the storm speaks to you now, saying, "Peace, be still." I am the one who brings peace to the chaos. I am the one who stills the raging waters of fear in your heart. Fear often comes when you forget who I am, when the size of the problem seems bigger than my power. But I am greater than anything you will ever face. I am the one who parted the sea for my people, who fed them in the wilderness, who defeated giants in the land. I am the one who conquered death itself so that you could have life. There is nothing that can stand against me, and there is nothing that can separate you from my love. When fear tries to take root in your heart, remember my promises. I have told you, "Fear not, for I am with you." This is not just a phrase to comfort you, it is a truth you can stand on. My presence with you is constant, unshakable, and unwavering. Whether you walk through the darkest valley or face the fiercest storm, I am with you. You do not need to fear what tomorrow holds, because I hold tomorrow in my hands. I want you to know that fear does not come from me. I am not the source of your anxiety, your worry, or your doubts. I give you a spirit of power, of love, and of a sound mind. When fear comes, it is not from me. Fear seeks to paralyze you, to keep you from stepping into the fullness of the life I have for you. But I am calling you to a life of courage, of boldness, and of faith. I am calling you to trust in me, even when the path ahead is unclear. Think about the times in your life when you were afraid, and yet I carried you through. Reflect on the moments when you didn't know how things would work out, but in the end, my hand was guiding you the whole time. I have been faithful before, and I will be faithful again. My faithfulness to you is not dependent on your circumstances. It is part of who I am. I cannot fail, and I will not fail you. When you feel fear creeping into your heart, come to me. Lay your fears at my feet and let me exchange them for my peace. You don't have to carry the weight of your worries alone. I am your refuge and your strength, a very present help in times of trouble. I invite you to bring your fears to me in prayer, to open your heart and let me speak my truth over your life. There are times when fear can make you feel small, as though you are powerless to change your situation. But I remind you now, my child, that you are not powerless. You have the power of my Spirit living within you. The same power that raised me from the dead is at work in your life, giving you strength to face whatever comes your way. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I know that you sometimes fear the future, what might happen, what could go wrong. But I ask you to trust me with your future. I have plans for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. You do not need to fear what lies ahead because I have already gone before you. I know the path you will walk, and I will guide you every step of the way. There will be challenges, yes. There will be moments when you feel uncertain, moments when the fear seems overwhelming. But in those moments, I want you to remember that I am greater than your fears. I am the one who commands the storms, the one who holds you in the palm of my hand. When you trust in me, you will find a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that is not shaken by the circumstances around you. So, my beloved child, do not fear. I am with you always. Let my presence be your strength. Let my love be your comfort. Let my promises be your foundation. When fear rises up, speak my words over your life. Do not fear, for the Lord is with me. And know that I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. If these words have calmed your heart and reminded you of my presence, write in the comments, I will not fear, for you are with me, Lord. My beloved child, I see the burden you carry, the weight of unforgiveness that presses down on your heart. There are wounds that you have held onto for far too long, moments of hurt that you have not let go of. I understand the pain you've experienced, the betrayal, the harsh words, the broken trust. But I want to tell you something today, something that will set you free. Forgiveness is the path to true freedom. I know how hard it is to forgive. It's not easy to let go of the hurt when you've been wronged. The wounds run deep and the scars remain. But I ask you to look to me, my precious child, and remember what I did for you. While I was on the cross, I looked down at those who hurt me, who mocked me, who betrayed me, and I said, Father, forgive them. In that moment, I wasn't just forgiving those who stood before me. I was forgiving all of humanity, including you. My love for you is so great that I bore the weight of your sins so that you could be free. You see, forgiveness is not about excusing the wrong that was done to you. It is not about pretending that the hurt didn't happen. Forgiveness is about releasing the power that hurt has over your heart. It is about choosing to let go so that you can step into the freedom I have for you. When you hold on to unforgiveness, it becomes a chain that binds you. It keeps you tied to the past, to the pain, and it prevents you from fully experiencing my peace. I want you to know that forgiveness is not something you have to do alone. I will help you. I understand that some wounds are too deep for you to heal on your own. That's why I ask you to come to me. to lay your hurts at my feet. Let me be the one who carries that burden for you. I will give you the strength to forgive, even when it feels impossible. My grace is sufficient for you, and my power is made perfect in your weakness. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you will forget what happened. It doesn't mean that the pain will instantly disappear. But what forgiveness does is it opens the door for healing. When you choose to forgive, you are allowing me to come in and bring restoration to your heart. I am the healer of broken hearts, and I will mend the wounds that unforgiveness has left behind. But you must be willing to let go, to trust me with your pain. I know that sometimes you feel like holding on to the hurt gives you a sense of control. You think that by keeping the pain close, you are protecting yourself from being hurt again. But, my child, that is not the way to find peace. The more you hold on to the hurt, the more it holds on to you. Let me remind you of this truth. I am your protector. You don't need to carry the weight of bitterness, because I am the one who will guard your heart and keep you safe. Trust me with your wounds, and I will make you whole again. There are also times when it's not others that you need to forgive, but yourself. You carry guilt, regret, and shame for things you've done in the past. You feel unworthy of my love, unworthy of forgiveness. But my beloved, listen to me. I have already forgiven you. When I died on the cross, I took all your sins upon myself, past, present, and future. There is nothing you have done that is too great for my forgiveness. You are not defined by your mistakes. You are defined by my love for you. It is time for you to forgive yourself and walk in the freedom I have given you. When you hold on to unforgiveness toward yourself, you are rejecting the gift of grace that I freely offer you. My grace is more than enough to cover all your wrongs. I am not keeping a record of your failures. Instead, I have written your name in the book of life, and nothing can erase it. So release the guilt, the shame, and the self-condemnation. You are my child, and I love you unconditionally. My forgiveness has made you clean, and I see you as pure and blameless in my sight. I also want you to know, my precious child, that forgiveness is a journey. It doesn't always happen all at once. There may be moments when the pain resurfaces, when the old wounds feel fresh again. In those moments, come to me. Let me remind you of my love and my power to heal. Forgiveness is not about a one-time decision. It is about a daily choice to walk in freedom. Every day, choose to let go of the bitterness, choose to let go of the pain, and choose to walk in the forgiveness that I have extended to you. And my beloved, when you choose to forgive, you are not only setting yourself free, but you are also opening the door for others to experience my love through you. The world tells you that forgiveness is weakness, that holding a grudge is strength. But my way is different. Forgiveness is the greatest strength, because it reflects my heart. When you forgive, you are showing others the same grace that I have shown you. You are being a vessel of my love, a light in a dark world. So, my child, will you trust me with your hurts? Will you allow me to carry the burden of unforgiveness for you? I know it's hard, but I promise you, there is freedom on the other side. When you release the weight of bitterness, you will find peace like you've never known. You will find joy in the place of sorrow, and healing in the place of pain. I am with you every step of the way. You are not alone in this journey of forgiveness. If these words have spoken to your heart and reminded you of the freedom that comes through forgiveness, write in the comments, I choose forgiveness, Lord, and I trust you to heal my heart. My beloved child, I see the storms you are walking through right now. I see the struggles, the fears, the moments when it feels like the world is crashing down around you. Life has its storms. Sometimes they come without warning, leaving you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But I want you to hear this truth deep within your heart. You are not alone. I am with you, and I will never leave you, not even for a moment. There are times when the storm feels too great, when the winds of life seem too strong for you to stand against. The darkness of fear, doubt, and uncertainty clouds your vision, making it hard to see the way forward. You wonder if you will make it through, if the storm will ever end. But my precious child, you are not navigating this storm by yourself. I am right there beside you, guiding you, protecting you, and giving you strength. Remember the time when I was with my disciples on the boat, and a fierce storm arose on the sea. The waves crashed against the boat, and they were terrified. They thought they were going to perish. But where was I? I was there, right in the boat with them, sleeping in peace. And when they called out to me, I arose and spoke to the storm, saying, "Peace, be still." And the winds and waves obeyed my command. The storm ceased, and there was calm. I am still that same Jesus. I am still in your boat. I know the size of the storm you are facing. I know the anxiety that grips your heart. But do not be afraid, my beloved. I am the one who calms the seas. I am the one who commands the wind. Nothing is too great for me. The storm you are facing may feel overwhelming to you, but it is not greater than my power. With a word, I can bring peace to your troubled heart. There are moments in your life when you will feel the weight of the storm pressing in on you. But in those moments, I ask you to turn your eyes to me. Don't focus on the size of the storm, but focus on the size of your God. I am greater than anything you will ever face. The winds may blow, the waves may rise, but I am your anchor in the storm. I will keep you steady. I will keep you safe. I never promised that there would be no storms in this life, but I did promise that you would never face them alone. I am your constant companion, your ever-present help in times of trouble. Even when the storm rages around you, you can find peace in my presence. When the world feels chaotic, I am your place of refuge. Come to me, my child, and let me be your shelter in the storm. I understand that when you are in the middle of the storm, it's hard to see beyond the clouds. You may feel lost, unsure of where to go or what to do next. But know this: I am the light that guides you. Even in the darkest night, my light shines for you. I will never let you stumble in the darkness. Trust me to lead you through the storm, one step at a time. You don't have to know the whole way forward. You just have to trust that I am leading you. Sometimes, my child, I allow the storms in your life not to harm you, but to strengthen you. Just as a tree grows stronger roots when it faces strong winds, your faith grows stronger when you face challenges. The storms of life have a way of revealing what is truly important, what really matters. They strip away the distractions and the things that do not last, and they remind you of your need for me. When you are weak, I am your strength. When you are weary, I will carry you. When you feel like giving up, I will lift you up. I am not asking you to face the storm in your own power. I am asking you to lean on me, to trust in my strength, and to know that I am carrying you through. You don't have to have all the answers, my beloved. You just need to hold on to me. Do you remember my promise to you? I told you that I would never leave you nor forsake you. That promise holds true in every season, in every storm. I am with you, even when you cannot see me, even when you cannot feel me. I am with you, working in ways you cannot imagine. You may not understand why the storm is happening, but trust that I am working all things together for your good. My child, the storm will not last forever. It may feel like it will never end, but I promise you, the sun will shine again. You will see my faithfulness in the land of the living. You will look back and see how I was with you every step of the way, guiding you through, giving you the strength to endure. You will see how I used this storm to grow your faith, to deepen your trust in me. And when you come out of this storm, you will be stronger than before. Your faith will be more unshakable, your heart more attuned to my voice. The storm is not the end of your story, my beloved. It is just a chapter, a part of the journey that is shaping you into who I created you to be. And through it all, I am with you. So, my precious child, take courage. Do not fear the storm. You are not alone. I walk with you, and I will never leave your side. When the wind blows, I am your shelter. When the waves rise, I am your anchor. Trust in me, for I will carry you through. I am the God who walks on water, and I am walking with you. If these words about not being alone in the storms of life touched your heart, write in the comments, "I am not alone, for you are with me, Lord." My precious child, I know the many things that occupy your mind. I see the worries, the concerns, and the countless responsibilities that seem to demand your attention each day. Life has a way of pulling you in many directions, doesn't it? But in the midst of all that you face, I want you to hear this. Seek me first, and everything else will follow. I know the desires of your heart. I know the things you long for: peace, provision, direction, and purpose. But I am reminding you today that the answer to all of these things begins with me. It is in my presence that you will find the answers you seek. It is in seeking me that your path will be made clear. So often, the world tells you to chase after success, to pursue achievement, and to find fulfillment in the things you can accomplish. But, my child, those things will never satisfy the deepest desires of your heart. The more you chase after them, the more empty you will feel. But when you seek me, when you place me at the center of your life, everything else begins to fall into place. You see, my beloved, I created you with a purpose. I placed within you desires, dreams, and a calling that only I can fully reveal. But you won't find that purpose by chasing after the things of this world. You will find it by seeking me. When you turn your heart toward me, when you seek me with all that you are, I will begin to show you the way forward. I will align your heart with mine, and the desires of your heart will start to reflect the desires I have for you. I want to remind you of my words. Seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. When you make me your priority, when you seek after my kingdom, I will take care of the rest. I know the things you need. I know the concerns that weigh on you, and I am not indifferent to them. But I want you to trust me enough to seek me above everything else. Trust that I am able to provide for you in ways you cannot even imagine. You don't have to strive and struggle to make everything happen on your own. I am your provider. I am the one who opens doors that no one can shut and makes a way where there seems to be no way. When you seek me first, you will discover that I am already working on your behalf, even in the areas you're worried about. I am your good shepherd, and I will always lead you to green pastures and still waters. But seeking me first is not just about asking me to fix your problems or meet your needs. It's about coming to me because you desire to know me more. It's about cultivating a relationship with me, spending time in my presence, and allowing me to shape your heart and your life. When you seek me first, you are inviting me to be a part of every area of your life, not just the parts that are broken or need help, but every part. I want to walk with you daily, my child. I want to be the one you turn to in every situation, not just when things are difficult. I want to share in your joys, your victories, and your everyday moments. But to do that, I need you to make me your priority. Set aside time to be with me. Seek me in prayer, in my word, and in quiet moments of reflection. Let me speak to your heart and show you the way forward. I know that there are many things that compete for your attention, but I am asking you to make a choice today. Will you seek me first? Will you trust that when you place me at the center of your life, everything else will fall into place? I am not asking you to neglect your responsibilities or to ignore the challenges you face, but I am asking you to trust that when you seek me first, I will give you the wisdom, the strength, and the provision you need to handle those things. When you seek me first, you will discover that my peace fills your heart. Even in the midst of chaos, you will find that my joy becomes your strength, even when circumstances are difficult. And you will see how I begin to open doors, provide opportunities, and bring blessings that you could not have orchestrated on your own. Remember, my child, that I am the source of all that is good. Everything you truly need is found in me. I am the giver of life, the sustainer of your soul, and the one who holds your future in my hands. When you seek me, you are tapping into the very source of life itself. You are connecting with the one who created you, who loves you, and who has a perfect plan for your life. Don't be afraid to let go of the need to control everything. Don't be afraid to release your worries and your plans into my hands. I know what you need before you even ask. Trust me, my beloved, and seek me first. When you do, you will find that my plans for you are far greater than anything you could have planned for yourself. I want to remind you of the story of Mary and Martha. Martha was busy, distracted by all the things she thought needed to be done. But Mary chose the better part. She sat at my feet and sought my presence above all else. I told Martha that Mary had chosen the one thing that was needed, and it would not be taken away from her. My child, I am inviting you to choose the better part. Sit at my feet, seek my presence, and everything else will follow. You don't have to worry about tomorrow. You don't have to strive to make everything happen in your own strength. When you seek me first, I will take care of tomorrow. I will guide you, provide for you, and give you everything you need. So, my beloved, make the choice today. Seek me first, and trust that I will take care of the rest. Let go of the worry, the striving, and the need to control everything. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Seek me with all your heart, and you will find me. And when you find me, you will find everything you need. If these words about seeking me first have touched your heart, write in the comments, I will seek you first, Lord, and trust you with everything else. My precious child, I see you when you feel weak, when you feel as though you don't have enough strength to face the challenges before you. I know the moments when the weight of life feels too heavy, when you are weary and your heart feels burdened. But today, I want to remind you of a truth that will lift you up. In your weakness, I am your strength. There are times when you feel that you have to do everything on your own, when you think you need to be strong enough, capable enough, or wise enough to handle whatever comes your way. But my beloved, that is not how I designed you to live. I never meant for you to carry the burdens of life by yourself. I never intended for you to rely on your own strength alone. That is why I am here with you. To be your strength when you feel weak, to carry you when you cannot walk any further. Do you remember when Paul asked me to remove the thorn from his side? He pleaded with me, but I told him, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. And Paul came to understand this truth, declaring that he would boast in his weaknesses, so that my power might rest on him. My child, the same is true for you. It is in your moments of weakness that my strength is most fully revealed. I know that sometimes you feel ashamed of your weakness. You think that being weak makes you less worthy, or that you must hide your struggles from others. But I want to tell you that your weakness is not something to be ashamed of. It is an opportunity for my power to shine through you. When you admit your need for me, when you let go of the illusion of self-sufficiency, you create space for me to work in your life in ways you never imagined. You don't have to be strong on your own, my child. You don't have to have it all together. I am not asking you to be perfect or to have all the answers. I am simply asking you to trust me, lean on me. Let me be the one who sustains you, who upholds you, and who gives you the strength you need to keep going. I am your refuge and your fortress, your ever-present help in times of trouble. When you are weak, come to me, and I will give you the strength to face whatever lies ahead. Sometimes your weakness feels overwhelming because you are carrying burdens that I never asked you to carry. You take on too much, trying to manage everything by yourself, and it leaves you exhausted. But my beloved, I invite you to lay those burdens at my feet. I am here to carry them for you. You don't have to do it all. You don't have to figure it all out. Come to me, and let me give you rest. I know that there are moments when you feel like giving up, when the battle seems too hard and you don't know if you have the strength to continue. But I want you to know this. You are not fighting alone. I am with you in the midst of the battle. I am fighting for you, and I am your shield. You don't need to rely on your own strength, because my strength is available to you. When you feel like you can't go on, that is when my power can work through you in ways that surpass human understanding. You may feel weak, but I am strong. You may feel inadequate, but I am more than enough. When you surrender your weakness to me, you open the door for my strength to flow into your life. I will give you what you need for each day, moment by moment. You don't have to worry about tomorrow's challenges or how you will handle what's coming. Simply trust me to give you the strength you need for today. There is a beauty in your weakness, my beloved. It keeps you humble, it keeps you dependent on me, and it draws you closer to my heart. When you are weak, you are reminded that you cannot do this life alone, and that is a gift. It is a reminder that you need me, and I am always here for you. I will never leave you, and I will never forsake you. In every season, in every challenge, I will be your strength. Even in your weakest moments, I am working. I am using your weakness to teach you, to shape you, and to grow your faith. I am showing you that my grace is more than enough. My grace covers your imperfections, your failures, and your struggles. You don't need to hide your weakness from me, because I see it all, and I love you just the same. My love for you is not based on your strength or your performance. I love you because you are mine, and nothing can change that. So, my beloved child, stop trying to be strong in your own power. Stop striving to do everything on your own. Let me be your strength. Let me carry you when you feel weak. I am here for you, and I will never let you go. Remember the promise I made to you. Those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. When you wait on me, when you trust in my strength instead of your own, I will renew you. I will lift you up, and you will find the strength to keep going. You will soar, not because of your own power, but because of my power working in you. You are not defined by your weakness. You are defined by my love and my strength. You are not less because you feel weak. In fact, your weakness is where my strength can shine the brightest. Let me be your source of strength, and you will see how I can carry you through even the hardest of times. If these words about finding strength in me have touched your heart, write in the comments, "In my weakness, you are my strength, Lord." My precious child, I see the questions that arise in your heart, the uncertainty about your future, the doubts about where your life is headed. Sometimes you feel lost, as if you're wandering through life without a clear sense of direction. But today, I want you to know this deep within your heart. I have a plan for your life, a purpose that is greater than anything you can imagine, and I am asking you to trust in that purpose. From the moment I created you, I had a plan for your life. You are not here by accident, and your life is not without meaning. Every detail of your existence, every step you take, is part of my divine purpose for you. I know that there are times when it's hard for you to see the full picture. You wonder why certain things happen, why some doors remain closed, and why the path ahead seems unclear. But trust me, my beloved, I am weaving together a beautiful story for your life, one that will bring glory to my name and fulfill the desires of your heart. You may not always understand the path I am leading you on, but I ask you to trust me. My ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. What may seem like a detour to you is actually part of my perfect plan. I see the end from the beginning, and I know what is best for you. Even in the moments of confusion, even when it feels like you're not moving forward, trust that I am still at work. Sometimes, the path I have for you is different from what you expected. You have dreams and plans of your own, and when things don't go according to your expectations, it's easy to feel discouraged. But my child, I want you to know that my plans for you are far greater than anything you could ever plan for yourself. I know the desires of your heart, and I also know what is best for you. There are things I see that you cannot see. There are dangers ahead that I protect you from, and there are blessings I am preparing for you in my perfect timing. I want you to trust that I am leading you, even when the way forward seems unclear. Think of Abraham, whom I called to leave his homeland and go to a place he had never seen before. He didn't know where I was leading him, but he trusted me, and because of his faith, I fulfilled my promises to him. In the same way, I am asking you to trust me, to walk in faith, even when you don't know every detail of the journey ahead. I know that sometimes it feels like you're waiting for something to happen, like you're stuck in a season of waiting without any clear direction. But I want you to know that even in the waiting, I am working. Waiting is not wasted time. It is a time of preparation, a time when I am shaping you and growing your faith. Just as the seed must be buried in the ground before it can grow into a beautiful tree, there are seasons in your life when you must wait before you see the fruit of my plans. During these times, I am teaching you to trust me more deeply. I am drawing you closer to my heart, reminding you that I am your source of hope, strength, and direction. Don't be discouraged by the waiting, my child. Trust that I am using this time to prepare you for the blessings I have in store. What I have planned for you is greater than anything you can imagine, and in due time you will see it come to pass. My beloved, I have given you gifts, talents, and a calling that is unique to you. There is no one else in this world who can fulfill the purpose I have for you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, crafted with intention and care. You may not always feel like you have a clear sense of purpose, but I assure you, your life has meaning. Every step you take, every season you walk through, is part of the journey I have set before you. Do not compare your path to the paths of others. Each person's journey is different, and my plan for you is tailor-made for your life. When you look around and see others achieving things that you desire, it's easy to feel like you're falling behind. But trust that I am not in a rush. I am not comparing you to anyone else, and neither should you. I have a plan for you that is perfectly timed, and nothing can derail it. When you feel uncertain, when you feel like you don't know what's next, come to me. Spend time in my presence and let me remind you of the promises I have spoken over your life. I will guide you, step by step. You don't need to have the whole map in front of you, just trust that I am leading you in the right direction. I will be a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. You don't have to figure everything out on your own. I will give you wisdom, clarity, and direction as you seek me. There will be moments when the road ahead is difficult, when you face challenges and obstacles that seem impossible to overcome. But even in those moments, know that I am with you, and I will give you the strength to persevere. The trials you face are not meant to defeat you, but to strengthen you. They are part of my plan to refine your character and draw you closer to me. Trust that even in the hardships I am working for your good. And remember, my child, that I have plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. This promise is not just for certain people. It is for you. I have a future filled with hope for you. A purpose that will bring you joy and fulfillment. You are not an afterthought. You are my beloved, and I am working all things together for your good. So, my precious child, trust in my purpose. Trust that I know the plans I have for you, and they are good. Even when you don't see the whole picture, even when the road ahead seems unclear, know that I am with you, guiding you, leading you, and preparing you for what is to come. Your life is in my hands, and my hands are trustworthy. If these words about trusting in my plan have encouraged your heart, write in the comments, I trust in your plan for my life, Lord, my precious child. I see the unrest in your heart. I see how the worries of life creep into your thoughts, how fear and doubt find their way into your mind, and how uncertainty about the future makes your heart feel heavy. But I want to remind you of something today. Peace, true peace, comes from trusting me fully. You have looked for peace in many places. You've tried to find it in your circumstances, hoping that if things would just work out the way you planned, then you would feel at peace. You've tried to find it in the opinions of others, seeking approval and acceptance, thinking that would calm your heart. But no matter where you look, the peace you long for seems to slip through your fingers. And that is because true peace, lasting peace, is not something you can find in the world. It is found only in me. The peace I offer you is not dependent on your circumstances. It is not something that comes and goes with the changes in your life. My peace is steady, unshakable, and constant. It is the kind of peace that remains even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. This is the peace I want to give you, my beloved, but to receive it, you must trust me fully. I know that trusting me is not always easy. There are times when you don't understand what I'm doing. When my ways seem confusing or even painful, you wonder why certain things happen, why certain prayers go unanswered, and why the road you are walking seems so difficult. But I am asking you today to trust me, even when you don't understand. I am asking you to surrender your need for control and allow me to lead you. Trusting me fully means letting go of your fears and placing them in my hands. It means releasing your worries, your doubts, and your anxieties, and trusting that I am in control. You don't need to have all the answers because I do. You don't need to know what the future holds because I hold your future. When you trust me, you can rest in the knowledge that I am working all things together for your good, even when you can't see it. There is no problem too big for me, no situation too difficult for me to handle. I am the God of the universe, the one who spoke the world into existence, and I am able to take care of you. When you trust me fully, you can lay down the burdens you've been carrying and let me carry them for you. You don't have to figure everything out on your own. I am here with you, ready to give you the peace that comes from knowing I am in control. I want to remind you of the story of my disciples in the boat during the storm. They were terrified as the wind and waves threatened to overturn their boat. And yet, I was with them. In the middle of the storm, I was asleep, at perfect peace, because I knew that everything was under my control. When they woke me in their fear, I stood up and commanded the storm to be still, and immediately, the wind and the waves obeyed. I want you to know that I am still the one who calms the storms in your life. When you trust me, you will find that my peace will calm your heart, even when the storms of life rage around you. But, my child, this peace requires trust. It requires you to let go of the things that are outside of your control and trust that I am working on your behalf. It requires you to believe that I am good, even when your circumstances are difficult. It requires you to trust that my plans for you are filled with hope, even when the future feels uncertain. When you trust me fully, your heart can rest. You no longer have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You can release your worries about tomorrow, knowing that I have already gone before you. You can let go of your fear of failure, knowing that my plans for you will not fail. You can stop striving to make everything perfect, knowing that my grace is sufficient for you in every weakness. My beloved child, trust is the key to peace. As long as you are holding on to fear and trying to control everything, peace will always feel out of reach. But when you let go and place your trust in me, you will find a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that doesn't make sense in the eyes of the world but fills your heart with calm and assurance. This is the peace I want to give you. You don't have to earn this peace. You don't have to do anything to deserve it. It is my gift to you, freely given because I love you. But to receive it, you must trust me. You must let go of your need to control, your need to understand everything, and simply trust that I am in control. I am asking you today to take a step of faith. Surrender your fears, your doubts, and your anxieties, and trust that I am working all things together for your good. I know that there are times when trusting me feels hard, when the weight of your worries feels too great to let go of. But I promise you, when you surrender them to me, you will find that my peace will flood your heart. You will find that the things that once weighed you down no longer have power over you. You will find that my peace will guard your heart and your mind, protecting you from the worries of this world. So, my beloved child, I invite you today to trust me fully. Trust me with your past, your present, and your future. Trust me with your heart, your hopes, and your fears. Let me be the one who carries your burdens, the one who guides your steps, and the one who fills your heart with peace. I will not fail you. I will not leave you. I will be with you always, and in me, you will find the peace you long for. If these words about finding peace through trusting me fully have spoken to your heart, write in the comments. I trust you fully, Lord, and I receive your peace. My beloved child, I see you when you come to me in prayer. I hear every word that flows from your heart, every cry, every whisper, every silent plea that you cannot even put into words. I want you to know that your prayers do not go unnoticed. I hear you, and I will answer. There are times when it feels like your prayers are falling on deaf ears, as though I am far away or not paying attention. But let me remind you today, I am always near, and I am always listening. Even when it feels like nothing is changing, even when it seems like your prayers are unanswered, I am at work in ways you cannot yet see. Trust me, my child, I am moving on your behalf. I know the desires of your heart. I know the things that weigh heavily on you, the hopes and dreams you've shared with me in the quiet moments. And I want you to know that I care about each one. I am not indifferent to your needs, nor am I distant from your struggles. When you come to me in prayer, you are entering into a conversation with the one who loves you more than you can imagine, and I am always ready to listen. Sometimes, my beloved, the answer to your prayers comes quickly, and other times it seems like the waiting lasts forever. But I want you to understand that my timing is perfect. You may not always receive the answer you want when you expect it, but I assure you, I am never late. I know what you need before you even ask, and I am working all things together for your good, even in the waiting. I hear the prayers you have prayed over and over, the ones that seem to go unanswered. And I know that the waiting can be hard. It can test your faith and make you question whether I'm really listening. But, my child, I am asking you to trust me. Trust that I hear you, and trust that I will answer in the way that is best for you. Sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes the answer is wait, and sometimes the answer is no. Not because I don't want to give you good things, but because I have something better in store for you. There are moments when you come to me in prayer, asking for things that you believe are good for you. And while I see your heart, I also see the bigger picture. I see the things you cannot see, the dangers, the distractions, the things that would lead you away from me. And so, when I withhold something you've asked for, it is not because I don't care. It is because I love you too much to give you something that is not part of my perfect plan for your life. I hear your prayers for healing, for provision, for guidance, and for strength. I hear your cries for help in the moments when you feel like you can't go on. And I want you to know that I am with you in every one of those moments. I am not a distant God, but a God who walks with you through every valley, every storm, and every trial. When you pray, I am there, listening, comforting, and strengthening you, even when you cannot feel my presence. Do you remember the story of Daniel? He prayed for days, seeking an answer from me, and it seemed as though nothing was happening. But what Daniel didn't know was that from the moment he first prayed, I had already sent the answer. There were things happening in the spiritual realm that delayed the response, but I had heard him from the very beginning. My child, the same is true for you. From the moment you pray, I am at work, even if you cannot see it right away. Your prayers are powerful. Do not underestimate the power of prayer. My beloved, when you come to me in prayer, you are inviting me to move in your life, to intervene in situations, to bring about change that only I can bring. Prayer is not just a ritual or a routine. It is a direct line of communication between your heart and mine. It is through prayer that you can experience my peace, my guidance, and my strength. So continue to pray, even when it feels hard, even when the answers seem far away. I also want to remind you, my child, that prayer is not just about bringing me your requests. It is about drawing closer to me. It is about deepening your relationship with me and learning to trust me with every part of your life. When you pray, I want you to pour out your heart to me, to share your joys, your struggles, your hopes, and your fears. But I also want you to listen. I have things to say to you, words of comfort, direction, and encouragement that I long to speak into your heart. Sometimes, in the busyness of life, you rush through prayer, bringing me your needs and then moving on to the next task. But, my beloved, I want you to linger in my presence. I want you to sit with me, to be still and know that I am God. It is in those quiet moments, when you set aside your worries and simply rest in me, that I can speak to you most clearly. I know that there are times when you feel like your prayers are too small, too insignificant to bring to me. But I want you to know that no prayer is too small for me to care about. I care about every detail of your life, and I want you to bring everything to me in prayer. Whether it's a major decision or a small concern, I am here for you, ready to listen and ready to answer. And when I do answer, my beloved, trust that my answer is always good. It may not always be what you expect, and it may not come in the way you had hoped, but it will always be what is best for you. I see the whole picture, and I know what you need even better than you do. So trust me, and continue to come to me in prayer. I hear you, my child. I hear every prayer, every cry, every whisper of your heart, and I will answer you, according to my perfect will and in my perfect timing. Do not lose heart. Do not give up. Keep praying, keep seeking, and keep trusting. I am with you, and I am faithful. If these words about prayer and trusting in my answers have touched your heart, write in the comments, I trust you, Lord, and I know you hear my prayers. My beloved child, thank you for spending this time with me. I hope these words touched your heart. Before you go, I invite you to subscribe and share this message so that others may also experience my love and truth. Now for the surprise I promised you. There is another message I have prepared, and it's waiting for you right now. The video appearing on your screen will reveal even deeper truths that will help you grow in your faith and walk more closely with me. I want you to watch it because I have something special to show you there. Keep seeking me, and I will continue guiding you. Go ahead, my child. Click the video and let me speak into your heart again.